Hi and welcome to Chapter 7 of the Vesper Arcade Super Street Fighter 4 tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to explain chains, cancels, and links. Basically I'm going to explain how the combo system works in this game. Okay, so let's start with chains. Now chains are normal attacks that cancel into other normal attacks. So for example of Ryu, if I just keep tapping on crouching light punch like this, you notice how it combos. Same with crouching short kick. In most cases, it's light punch or short kick that are chains, and they chain into themselves. Now notice that other buttons, such as crouching medium punch, these attacks you can't mash on them. They won't combo into each other because they need to be linked. That's the difference. Now, what's the difference between a chain and a target combo? Okay, so the difference between a chain and a target combo, there's not much of a difference. It's just that for example, a target combo for Ibuki, it's light, medium, hard punch in a row. So it's like this. Okay, that's a target. It's also a chain, but the difference between the target and the chain is that in the target, in order for some normals to cancel into other normals, it has to be done in a specific order. So notice how I go light, medium, hard punch. Now medium canceled into hard, so that's the chain, medium hard. But if I just do medium hard and I ignore the light punch, so I go medium hard, it won't cancel into each other, because once again the target combo has to be in a specific order that the game tells you, which is shown in your command list, and only specific characters have target combos. So just in case you get confused between targets and chains, that's the difference. Doing the same normal and canceling into the same normal is usually light punch or light kick. Most people call them rapid fires. So if you hear that term rapid fire, that's another term for it besides using like a turbo controller or something. Okay, so let's talk about cancels. Now, when someone uses the term cancel, it's usually, instead of canceling a normal into a normal, which is a chain, if you cancel a normal into a special move or a super, it's called a cancel. So, for example, Ryu, the most common would be crouching medium kick into fireball. So you go like that. Now that's a cancel, because if you do a crouching medium kick, notice how Ryu, the leg extends out and then it comes back in, so the move is completely finished. What I'm doing is the fireball's coming out before the leg even starts to come back. So basically I'm canceling the animation of a normal into something else. So watch again. I go straight from that animation of the attack, so right when it hits, I'm already canceling to the fireball. Most combos start with chains and then end with some type of cancel at the end, because special moves do more damage most of the time than normals. Now, with these chains and cancels, the game does not tell you what you can chain and what you can cancel. You basically have to figure it out yourself. Most normal attacks that can be cancelled into special moves can also be cancelled into super moves. Ultra moves cannot be cancelled into. Ultra moves have to be linked into, which I'm going to explain real soon here. But yeah, just keep that in mind. If you want to find out the list of things that could be cancelled into or chains, go to your respective character forum at shuriken.com. Okay, now I'm going to explain links. Now, links are attacks that end and then begin with another attack after the initial attack ends. Okay, so for Ryu, for example, crouching medium punch into crouching medium punch, for example. Okay, now when you look at this attack, notice how Ryu is completely finished the initial attack and then he begins the next one. So I'll show you one more time. So the tough thing with links is that you just can't mash the button that you want to get into, because it requires really strict timing. So for his crouching medium punch, I can't just mash it out like that, see, it won't combo. Some links come down to a single frame, which is 1/60th of a second. Links are usually the most damaging combos in this game engine, and likewise are also the hardest too, because of the timing. You can't mash it out. Okay, so why do links work in this game engine? Basically, without going into much detail of frame data, the attack that you're linking with, so stick with the crouching medium punch for now, it stuns your opponent long enough, and when you do the attack, it's fast enough that when you hit them, they're stunned enough long enough so that when you do the next attack, it's fast enough that it still connects into a combo. I know this sounds really confusing. I'm probably just not explaining this well, but just remember that a link is that when the attack is completely finished. Okay, so for link combos, there are a few ways to help you figure out the timing for them. Now, in order for you to know what links into what, there's a ton of combinations you can do, and the way to really know is you have to check up the frame data, which I'm gonna have to explain in another tutorial. Or you can check like the character forums, and people will list the links for you. Now, when you're trying to do a particular link, and you need to know the timing for it, so the majority of the character trials all have links in them. Most of them are all links, and a lot of people have a hard time with them because they don't know how to time the move. So I'm just gonna show a few ways to figure out the timing for some of the attacks. So let's stick with Ryu's crouching medium punch for now, just because we're on that topic. If you look at Ibuki's health bar, when you hit someone with an attack, you'll see a white line flash across their life bar really quickly. And what it does is it actually shows that when Ibuki is going to recover, so at the point at which she can start blocking again. So if you time your attack so you hit her right when the line goes by, it'll combo. This is extremely impractical, and I'm just only saying this because it's just something to know. The most common way is just figuring out by if your attack comes out or not. So let's put Ibuki on auto block here. And if it doesn't combo, the computer will block. So she blocked that second hit. Now, when they block, it means you were too slow. Your timing was too slow. And if this happens, and the attack doesn't come out at all, the second hit you're trying to do, it means you're doing it too fast. So that's the most common way to figure out your timing. So the rule of thumb is, if they block it, too slow. If the attack doesn't come out at all, too fast. If you get it in the middle, then it's gonna combo. That's the only different combinations there can be. Okay, so the other way to help you is to use plinking and double tapping, which you have to have a joystick to do. Well, basically need a joystick to do, which I'm gonna explain in another tutorial. So remember that for links, you can't just mash them out. They all require strict timing in this game because, like I said, some links require 1 frame of timing. So you can't mash like a button in 1 frame every time. Like, you can't just go crazy on it and it won't come out that way. There's some that you can, but most of the high-end ones you can't.